This week's video about the trauma-informed personal training is going to be a little bit different because the experience this week has been a little bit different. So Gabby comes up with all these really useful and fantastic exercises, and they're all extremely helpful. But I think because of the fact that I'm like doing this personal training, plus I'm also doing mountain biking and I'm going to the gym and like occasional hikes, whatever. It's like a lot of physical exercise and a lot of shifts in my body. Okay. So this week I was feeling like I hadn't really been doing a lot of the practices that Gabby had been sending me. There's like pretty much 2 exercises that I've been doing regularly and then like a few other ones that I'm doing occasionally. But I was still seeing really big shifts in my body. So my shoulders, I've been focusing on my shoulders specifically and having like better form in the gym and on the bike. And that means that I haven't been having headaches, which is absolutely fantastic, right? And like that wasn't specifically because of any exercises Gabby had given me, but the fact that I'm like having these personal training sessions with her means that I have somebody to kind of bounce ideas off of every like week or 2 weeks and kind of to help process, I think, what's going on in my body, because I'm talking about it and then I'm getting like feedback about what I can do to make it even better, which is huge. But I'm also making these videos to tell you guys about it, and obviously to help, like, to represent Gabby and show like what she's doing and why her program is valuable, because I truly believe that this is going to be not only valuable for me, but like for some other people too, and I want the word to get out there about it. So I'm filming videos and sending them to her. And because I didn't feel like I had a lot of exercises that I'd been doing that were like based specifically on the program, I didn't have a very big video to send for her this week, and it wasn't very in depth. So she kind of sent a text back and was like, hey, what's going on? Like the first few videos were like so in depth and going into so much detail about what's going on with you, and now the last 2 videos have been like really simple and like not putting as much kind of effort into it. And I was like, well, like, because I kind of feel like I just don't have that much to say because like I'm not using the program as much. Like it's really valuable, but like, and it's not even that I'm not using the program as much, because she, like, it's having those sessions with her regardless of what we're doing in them that are making such a big difference when it comes to me actually doing the exercises, right? Like it's that feedback and that knowing that I kind of have somebody in my corner that I can talk to about what's going on in my body that's giving me so much more confidence to be able to commit to how my body is feeling and actually listening to my body and kind of understanding the cues more. So the program and having these sessions with her is incredibly valuable, but like being able to translate that but that led to having this big conversation with Gabby about like, I guess, why I wasn't having as much feedback and how I was feeling about everything, which usually turns into 2 people kind of being defensive and having like almost an argument about like where they stand, right? But both of us, I think, chose to approach it as like a growth experience. And also it turns out that like part of how Gabby usually runs her programs is having this feedback and this conversation and understanding between people, and often means that she like rolls back or kind of slows down a lot of the program because the people that she's working with feel overwhelmed, which seems like a very new and different thing to me compared to working with most professionals who are like, okay, but you have to do it because we need it for this, blah, blah, blah. So the fact that she takes this different approach is so incredible when it comes to trauma-informed stuff, because it means that my nervous system was able to relax. Instead of feeling like I was going to be met with like, oh, you're not good enough, you're not trying hard enough, you got to show up better. It was like, oh, that's what's going on. Okay, let's adjust then. Let's respect your body. Let's respect what your process is, what you're going through right now, and let's approach it in a different way. And then she was like, oh, and by the way, I think I told you that you can like reach out to me if you need to have these discussions. And it was like, oh, so I guess I actually can. It's not just like lip service being like, oh, you can reach out, but then she's like annoyed when I do, like often happens, right? Like we say a lot of things that we don't really mean, and it turns out in this case she does really mean it. this is just really cool because this means that there's actually so much more space for actually doing the healing work that I was really hoping was going to happen. That connection between like mind and body, nervous system, and like physical movement. That means that I can actually relax and kind of be felt and heard on this deeper level. That means that I am actually able to release the stuff sorry, that's holding me back, and actually shift the patterns that I want to shift in my body and feel safe, because the person that I'm working with creates the space where I can feel safe and heard. And that is such a freaking skill. Like that is so hard to find in a person, because it means that they have to be checking their ego when they're being approached with things that mean that like things aren't going to go the way that they had maybe planned. So that is incredibly rare, and I feel very lucky to be working with Gabby and to have found somebody who's actually willing to like look at life and approach things in this way. So cathartic, so exciting. And so if you are the kind of person who's had bad experiences with professionals kind of like not understanding where you're at and not respecting you when you're like, this is too much, or you feel overwhelmed and you don't feel like you have the ability, I guess, to like say no or tell them that you need to adjust. And a lot of us have that because of how we were raised, right? Know that Gabby is actually genuinely going to help you create the space for you to shift those things, and is going to listen to you when you're like, nah, this needs to change. And it's going to help you figure out why you are reacting the way that you are too. Because I was like, I don't know. Like I didn't have like didn't make the space to like reflect before talking to her on what was going on with me either. I was just like, oh, I got to keep pushing through, and I'll try to be better next week. You know, whatever. Like I'm going to approach this how it's happening, but I'm not going to discuss it because I need to do it how I'm going to do it. But she did an incredible job of creating the space for actually having that discussion. And yeah, that is really, really healing. So that's where I'm at this week. And yeah, I'm not getting headaches, which is amazing. I am starting to feel a lot better in my shoulders, which is a long time coming. And this conversation and having this feedback from Gabby has only furthered that, and my ability to kind of like embody and sit and let my immune system too, I guess, but mostly my nervous system relax and heal. Yeah, amazing.